Manhattans. Never heard of them. Know nothing about them. But excited to hear what all the hype is about. Was requested this a couple of times. So really excited to hear what they're all about, man. The Manhattans. I know we gotta do some quick research before we get into it. The song is called Kiss and Say Goodbye. Never heard of it. Know nothing about them. So, we got to do this quick research and then we'll get into it. And then we'll do the song research afterwards. But here we go. They are an American popular R&B vocal group. R&B, all right. Their songs Kiss and Say Goodbye, recorded in 1976 and 1980's Shining Star, both sold millions of copies. Shining Star. I thought that was Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm not for you to see what your life is doing, be. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's keep doing the research. I gotta figure that out. The Manhattans have recorded 45 hits on the Billboard R&B chart, including 12 top 10 R&B hits in the United States starting in 1965. 16 of their songs have reached the Billboard Hot 100, including 2 top 10s and a number 1 with their song Kiss and Say Goodbye. Oh, so we're reacting to their one and only number 1. That's really cool. They also charted U.S. R&B top 20 albums, 3 of which were RIAA certified gold. All right. Well, they didn't really give us much info on when they got together and how they became cool, but, that's cool. From Jersey. Genres: rhythm and blues, Philadelphia soul, and soul. Philadelphia soul is a genre? Philly soul is a genre of the late 1960s and 70s soul music categorized by funk influences and lush string and horns arrangements. Okay. They were signed to Carnival Records, Columbia, CBS, Sony, and King Records. Who the hell is King? King Records was an American label founded in 1943 by Sid Nathan in Cincinnati, Ohio. Launched the career of James Brown. Oh, okay. Watch out now. Okay, so they have a lot of past members. Oh, they're still active. Oh, damn. Okay. Alright, well, look. Now I'm really excited. I'm excited to hear this. R&B. I wasn't expecting R&B. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. But now that we got some R&B, I know I'm an R&B junkie, so I'm excited to hear this, man. We ain't gonna waste no time. We'll do the song research afterwards. We already know this was the number 1 and their biggest song, so we kind of got that out the way. But we'll do the rest of the research afterwards, man. Let's go.
This has got to be the saddest day of my life. I called you here today for a bit of bad news. I won't be able to see you anymore because of my obligations and the ties that you have. We've been meeting here every day. And since this is our last day together, I want to hold you just one more time. When you turn and walk away, don't look back. I want to remember you just like this. Let's just kiss and say goodbye.
I had to meet you here today. There's just so many things to say. Please don't stop me till I'm through. This is something I hate to do. We've been meeting here so long. I guess what we done was wrong. Please, darling, don't you cry. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. Many months have passed us by. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. I can't lie. I'm gonna miss you. I've got ties, and so do you. I just think this is the thing to do. It's gonna hurt me, I can't lie.
Okay. Y'all done got me. Oh, man. Okay, so let's start with the intro. Okay? Who was Barry White? Who was that brother? Okay? With the Barry White intro. I mean, that was one of the smoothest intros that I've ever heard to a record ever. Just talking to this woman. Now, he said we can't see each other anymore because of his allegations. I got a lot of questions. I got some questions. But the way he talking to this woman, clearly, this is a bittersweet moment because he put on the deep voice, and I mean, you talk to any woman like that, I'm sure she did exactly what he told her to do. I mean, I can't even talk. That was so smooth. I was like, oh my damn. Alright. Then we see the rest of the group. Now, it's so bad that anytime you see a group like this, and it's just a testament to how great they were and how dominant they were. But anytime I see a group like this, I instantly think Temptations. Now, I grew up on the Temptations mainly because of my grandmother. My grandmother is the biggest Temptations fan. I think she told me before she passed that the Temptations was her favorite group, and i.e. favorite artist. Like, she loved Temptation music more than anything and anybody else. So maybe that's why. But anytime I just see 5 men dressed to the nines, smooth and dancing and singing, I just think Temptations. Now, to these brothers' smoothness, I mean, it looked like they got on not jumpers, but that looked like a one piece situation with the biggest collars ever. All of them opened up, the damn near all the buttons opened up to the chest. All of them got chains on. All of them got something on the wrist. Nice ring. Just smooth brothers. You got a little bit of a... Is that a pompadour? Nah, that's the... Whose hairstyle is that? but you got the afros and you got the, not Jerry curls, but you just got some curl situation happening. Alright? The dance moves are smooth. The vocals are even better. They are. I'm surprised out of all the labels that they were signed to, because it just seems so Motown. I'm surprised they weren't signed to Motown. It just seems like something straight out of Motown. But I have never heard this song. And I'm kind of like surprised about it. Because I feel like I've heard a good portion of 60s and 70s R&B, smooth, you know, this vibe. I feel like I've heard I thought I heard just about all of these groups. But I've never heard of them. This is crazy.
Maybe you meet another guy. Understand me? Won't you try? Let's just kiss, say goodbye. I'm gonna miss you, I can't lie. Understand me, won't you try? It's gonna hurt me, I can't lie. Take my handkerchief and wipe your eyes. Maybe you will find another guy. Well, let's kiss and say goodbye, pretty baby. Please, don't you cry. Understand me, won't you try? Let's just kiss and say goodbye.
How have I never heard of them? It's not making sense. For one, the instrumentation, the strings. I mean, I don't know what orchestra was behind them on this record, but boy, that was perfection. I mean, it was. I'm sure every woman in the world loved this record right here. This is. I'm trying to think of a modern day record to compare it to. But I guess I would fail tremendously because they don't make music like this anymore, right? That was, I can't believe they weren't signed to Motown. It's so Smokey Robinson, Temptations, early Marvin Gaye. Like, it's, I cannot believe it. That was crazy. The dance moves. I mean, ooh, I'm gonna miss you. But they were so smooth with it. But that's kind of normal, right? Like, just about every whatchamacallit group, 60s and 70s, that they were just smooth. There was just a natural smoothness that men today just don't have, you know. Just that smooth, suave, player. You know what I'm saying? Just walking in a room, just feeling like, like you the man. Like that, just that natural smoothness. They don't really, they don't make them like that no more. But that was a vibe. I can't get over it. Again, the instrumentation was great. I don't know who the lead vocalist was. He kind of reminded me of like Eddie Kendricks from the Temptations at some points. And then he would kind of remind me of like, gosh, I'm blanking on his name. I can't think of I can't even think of the group either. But he kind of reminded me of Eddie Kendricks, just a little bit. But that was beautiful. And then the backing vocals, them just goodbye. Like it was just like, yo, they was just too smooth with it. They was just too smooth. I gotta figure out who these guys are. Got to. Right now. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Here we go. The Manhattans. Kiss and Say Goodbye. Okay. Written by group member Winfred Lovett, the bass singer and songwriter of the group who did the song Spoken Introduction. Gotcha. Okay, so that's Winfred. Shout out to Winfred, boy. That Barry White, deep voice, smooth talking. That brother right there, he showed out on this one. The song was recorded for the album The Manhattans, released in 1976 by Columbia Records, and was released as a single in March of the same year. Kiss and Say Goodbye became a worldwide success, appearing in the musical charts of countless countries. A top 10 hit in many countries, including number 1 in the US, Belgium, Netherlands, New Zealand, and in Europe. The song was one of the biggest hits of 1976 and of the 1970s. I'm sure it was. The song was written by Winfred Blue. Okay, so time out. Was that a thing? I'm sorry I keep referencing the Temptations, but they called Melvin the tenor voice in the Temptations Blue. His nickname was Blue, and he was the deep voice. So was that like a thing? Like if you had the deepest voice in the group, you were nicknamed Blue? Like, wow, okay. The lyrics and melody came to him late one night. As he later recalled, everything was there. I got up about 3 o'clock in the morning and jotted down the things I wanted to say. I just put the words together on tape on my tape recorder and a little piano. I've always thought that when you write slow songs, they have to have meaning. In this case, it's the love triangle situation we've all been through. I figured anyone who's been in love could relate to it, and it seemed to touch home for a lot of folks. That's cool. Lovett originally considered the song a country tune, more appropriate to be sung by Glenn Campbell or Charlie Pride. He decided to do it with his group. Oh, wow. I couldn't imagine. Well, I guess again, I don't know those two artists that were referenced here, but I guess it could have been a country record, you know. But I'm happy he stuck with it. Love It said, I was critical, a perfectionist in the studio, and there are still parts of it that make my skin crawl. Wow. For example, in one place, the background vocals go off pitch. Somehow, though, that didn't seem to bother anyone else. That's cool. Nothing wrong with being a perfectionist. Just don't want it to get too out of hand to the point where it becomes like unproductive. Like you don't get anything done because of it. But nothing wrong with being a perfectionist, striving for it at least. Went platinum, double platinum in the US with 2.5 million copies. Yeah, this song is incredible. Just the string arrangement blended in with the vocals. You know what song, again, I hate that I just keep referencing the Temptations, but you know what song it reminded me of? Ooh, sit to my window, I watch her as she passes by. Oh yeah, I forgot the name of that song. To have a girl like her. Just My Imagination. Just My Imagination. It kind of reminded me of Just My Imagination. And almost a bit of a similar, not exactly, but kind of a little bit of a similar meaning. But just a beautiful record, man. I've never heard of the Manhattans. I'm ashamed. And you know what's so crazy? My grandmother actually still has a decent portion of her record collection still here in the house in one of our closets. And I was skimming through it not too long ago, and I just saw all of these different artists that I've never heard of before a day in my life. And so it really tells you how deep music was back then, and how many great musicians and artists there were. And I guess that's still the case today. Like a lot of what gets pushed mainstream, are the same 10 people, but there are a lot of great artists today that make a lot of great music. They just don't get pushed in our face every day. But that was incredible. The Manhattans. Again, I've never heard of them, knew nothing about them before today, but I'm a fan now. That was incredible. That was smooth. That was everything you want a love record to be. Everything. I'm sold, man. I want to hear some more. Y'all let me know what else from the Manhattans I need to check out, because that was great. That was actually really cool. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the 75K giveaway. Until next time with the Manhattans. Peace.